Okay. So how did you get into cosplay? Like when did you start?
It was actually kind of funny. I started in middle school. I want to say around eighth grade. I had gone to my first con in seventh grade because I was an anime nerd. That's what I did for fun. And I
Hmm.
saw all these people dressing up and doing things, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. And so I did. And then my first con, or my second con, technically, it was IkiCon here in Texas. I went as Zetsu from
Oh
Naruto.
wow. And how was that cosplay for you?
Oh, it was super fun. It was I did his Venus flytrap. I did the
Hmm.
full face makeup. I got the Akatsuki garb. I didn't make as much as I would now, but it was still a very good learning experience. And I still have the
Oh
garden
wow.
wire, and I use it to this day for my cosplays. It's lasted 10 years.
That's awesome. I'm glad you're having fun cosplaying because I saw your page and I'm like, or your Instagram page, and I'm like,
Mhm.
I have to follow this girl because she seems so nice. Like, I used to be friends with a cosplayer, but we no longer are friends because of I actually suffer really bad anxiety because I just got out of Spencer's today and something happened, so But I'm glad you had fun. Like I think cosplay is really fun. It's meant to be whoever you want, like this guy right here,
Yeah.
Psycho.
Oh, yeah. This cosplay for me is just a lot of fun, and it's something I've always liked to do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Can you I was gonna say, is it okay if you can show off your Krieg mask if you have it somewhere?
Yes, I do. Just give me 1 second. I
Okay.
have to get up to get it. Um, so, what angle was I at? This angle. This is the Krieg mask, and it actually says I've had it for years. It was a gift from somebody originally, so I didn't actually make this. I can't take credit
Mhm.
for that. But it's made by SKS Props. If
Yes,
y'all
the
can
same
find them.
thing. Like this guy, it's made. Yeah, it's made by the same guy.
Oh, is it cool? Yeah, I've had this for years, and I didn't know. I did have to edit it a little bit because it didn't fit my face.
Mm-hmm.
So I have foam here on the inside, and then you
Mm-hmm.
can kind of see over this eye right here. Kind of
Yeah.
see. For Krieg, I
Can you
added in
did
just
you
some
like
black
do the
cloth.
strap like like how if it doesn't fit you perfectly, you can just like and do it to make it like a little bit tighter?
Um, to make it tighter back here.
Yeah, because obviously mine has it too.
Yeah, mine it's just some Velcro straps, and that's
Okay.
all I did. And then to make it physically tighter around my face and make it fit how I wanted, it already had some foam on it. But then I
Mm-hmm.
just added some dollar craft foam that was comfortable on my face.
That's cool. That's really cool. I'm like smiling right now because I'm happy I get to interview you. I know we're in different time zones, but this is just amazing. I'm glad I got to interview you.
Yeah, no, it's super fun. I've never done it before, so it was a really cool offer.
Yeah.
Oh
So
shit.
speaking of Borderlands, how did you get into the Borderlands game? And now with the movie coming out, which I'm actually very excited to see,
Yes, I hope
with
they do
Eli
it
Roth
right.
directing. Yes, how did you get into Borderlands?
I started playing Borderlands when the first one had just come out.
Mm-hmm.
We got the edition that had all of the DLC stuff. Well, maybe not when it just came out, but we got it the first one. It was actually a gift for my father, and he didn't like it that much, but I fell in love with it, and so did my little brother. So
Mm-hmm.
we started playing co-op. He played as Brick, and I was Lilith, because who doesn't want to play as a badass siren?
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up playing as them, and I was the kind who did every single like side mission, and he wanted to get done with the story. So eventually, I ended up with a max level siren who had not finished the main story yet,
Oh
and he
my
was on his
God.
second playthrough. Yeah, but that's what we ended up doing, and then we continued that through all of the Borderlands. We just pre-ordered the best edition and started playing it.
That's really cool because I got the Super Deluxe edition, the one where it has the steel book and it has all the DLCs for
Hmm.
Borderlands 3.
That's what
So
I have too.
a lot of people did not like Borderlands 3, especially its story. I liked Borderlands 3, but I felt like the story was a little bit not it didn't
Yeah.
like I liked the game. It had really good gameplay and stuff, but I just felt like it wasn't as good as the second one in my opinion. Because the second one was by far the greatest sequel. Probably in my opinion, the greatest Borderlands to date. Like to
Oh
me, it's one
yeah.
of the best games ever made, in my opinion.
I no, I agree. I like three. The story for me was a hit or miss on a lot of things because for me anyway, it felt like you were a bystander. There's at one point where at the end of the game, spoilers, if you haven't finished it, fair warning,
Don't worry, I did finish it.
yeah, the sirens are all talking and they're like, my siren powers are reacting, look at my tattoos glow. And I was playing Amara and I was just like, I guess I'm not a siren.
Yeah.
Man, I guess I'm not actually here. What's going on? But it was like interactive and it felt like you weren't really the main character of the story a lot of the time.
So when did you hear about the Borderlands movie? Because I obviously knew that, well, because before Eli Roth helmed to direct the movie, and by the way, when I heard Eli Roth was directing, I was like, bravo, because I know a lot of people are not a fan of Eli Roth's film because they're mostly torture porn, but I love them because they're so insanely gory and just intense, and I love his horror. I'm a horror nerd, so yeah, I wanted to ask, when did you hear about the Borderlands movie before Eli Roth came to direct it?
I heard rumors of it a couple months ago. I didn't think they were actually going to go through with it until you actually mentioned he was directing it, and I was like, oh dang, it's actually going to happen. It's not just a haha, not really. This is a rumor and that's it.
Because I met because I don't know if I told you this, but I met the voice actor for Borderlands 3, Karen Strange, Lorelei. Yes, and I think the first time I told you about that, you were like, oh my god, are you serious? Like, yes, I did meet her. Like, I think you were freaking out. Like, you were like, OMG, OMG.
I didn't say that. I don't talk about that. But it's super cool. I love Lorelei as a character. She really liked her.
She was like the most nicest person I've ever, or I think, well, it's actually a trans. I think it's a he. But he was the most nicest person I have ever met. Oh my god. Like, we became friends on Discord, and he's just super cool.
Yeah.
And he told me about the Borderlands movie. Like, how do you feel about it? Like, I think it's going to be great. And he especially loved that Lilith is being played by an older actress. I think her name is Kate Blanchett. I think that's her name. She was in Thor Ragnarok. She played the evil queen.
Oh, so I love her.
Yeah, she's a very good actress. So I do have hopes for her as Lilith. And I know a lot of people are kind of iffy about that. But I actually do think it's really cool. Like, having an older Lilith, I just think it's going to be really interesting.
I think she's going to do great.
Yeah, and I had this idea for a Borderlands movie. What I think they're going to do, and I did see the PAX video, or Twitch. I like to watch Twitch a lot. But there's this thing going around on PAX that Eli Roth wants to grab a bunch of cosplayers and kill them in many brutal Borderlands ways. And I'm like, if that's Eli's vision right there, then I would love to be in it. No, I'm kidding.
That would be awesome, but I'd have to move.
I would love to see. Yeah, I mean, just like getting to be in a Borderlands movie and being completely killed would be like a dream come true.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's gonna be fun, and I really hope it gets an R rating because Borderlands is known for its blood and gore. So
and cursing.
There's probably gonna be a lot of guts and just blood. So you actually do have a website, I believe. I saw in your bio that you have a website.
Yeah, I set it up.
What is that website, by the way?
As a place to have all of my cosplay stuff. I'm still not 100% sure. People mentioned, I forgot what it was called, but I tried it out and it works pretty well. It just auto posts now from Instagram. I probably need to do some more work on it, but I find using Instagram or, Facebook works a lot better as far as like timelines and things like that go. So I like the look of it a lot, but I do think that Instagram is better and I can get in touch with people easier in that way.
That's awesome. Do you remember, I don't remember how exactly we met, 'cause we met like a few days ago. Do you remember the first day we met on Instagram? Because I have a very bad brain.
I think you had repost, or in your story you had put a picture of my psycho costume of my female creature.
And I feel bad. I do apologize. I love cosplay so much, and I always repost. I won't say repost, but like I always put them cosplayers on my story to kind of let others see.
No, it was fine. You gave me mention in it. You were like, "Hey, check out this person," and you linked my Instagram to the picture, so it wasn't a big deal. It was like, "Oh, that's awesome," but I thanked you for it, and then
and then we started talking like, "Oh my god, we're actually becoming really good friends," and plus we both love Borderlands, and it's amazing. Speaking of which, of SKS props, what made you come across SKS SKS props, or what made you want to get that mask?
Like I said, I was just cosplaying Krieg and I was thinking about how to do my mask and I was talking to one of my friends about it and my birthday was coming up. I don't know how they came across SKS props, but they did
SKS
and
props. He did an amazing job with this one, especially the
yeah,
lights. Like, it is so good.
yeah. It's
Like,
super fun. Everything's held up. I've had this mask for, oh God, 4 or 5 years
wait,
now.
let me ask you this: when you did Krieg, did you have like a crazy psycho voice? Because Borderlands 3, you have like the female psychos that talk psycho-y crazy.
Oh, no, I didn't. My voice
You
isn't
couldn't.
strong enough for that. I lose it really easily.
You
So I
do?
wish
You couldn't do it? So were you just like nodding your head, like looking like like
Yeah, I would take
yeah.
pictures. I'd turn my head slightly, and then I'd open my eyes super huge because I had really dark eyeliner all along right here, and you could only
Mhm.
see that one eye. So you turn your head and you make your eyes super big and just stare, and that creates kind of that crazy look that you're looking for. And that's what you do. You just
Yeah.
open your eyes really wide and you just kind of stare at everybody, and you get
So what are you
really
gonna do now in the future? What are your cosplay future plans? Are you gonna do like the Psycho Borderlands, or are you gonna do like a My Hero Academia, or
Right now I'm working on Amara and Flack for me and my younger brother. That's a big project at the
Mhm.
moment. Amara's finished, but I need to put everything together, like makeup and things like that. I'm just lazy and haven't done it yet. And Flack,
I
I'm working
saw
on.
I saw your pictures and I'm like, I have to give it a like because it looks so detailed and really good.
They're fun.
Um,
I
it looks really
love
good,
them.
and I can't wait to see your progress. And by the way, you can post, and you're welcome that I invite you to the Tidewater Association thing.
Mhm.
Um, you can post your WIP work in progress pictures to kind of
Oh,
show
cool.
me and Daniel. The Daniel's the president of the Tidewater Association thing, so
Mhm.
you can post that on Facebook, and we can kind of see how it goes from there, and just kind of show us what you got so far. Because in the Tidewater cosplay, I'm a moderator.
Mhm.
Basically, we're trying to get cosplays together, like trying to like make like a big family,
Mhm.
because you know how there's a lot of toxicity that I can't say it right. Let's just say there's a lot of bullying in the cosplay community, and so we're
Yeah.
trying to gather a lot of people to really just have fun and just be ourselves. Because cosplay is about having fun and getting to know people, and but also making friends like you. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I joined the cosplay community originally was because it was just, you got to be yourself and people loved it. There's like,
Plus,
oh, this is awesome.
plus you'll find friends like me or Daniel or anybody. And if you like,
Hmm.
we're doing a oh God, what is it? We're doing a Zoom party next Friday.
Hmm.
So if you are busy, we're doing like a video game. We're talking about games and stuff.
Hmm.
So if you want to come by and cosplay as Krieg, you can. Which that would be awesome. But I don't know if you got. I mean, if you're busy, that's fine. I mean, you probably have work, whatever. So.
I'll have to check my work schedule because it's getting near Halloween. I work at a costume shop, so we start getting busy around Halloween.
You work at a Halloween store or just a costume shop?
A Halloween store. It's a year-round one though.
Oh, that's really cool. Well, thank you so much for letting me interview you. I can tell you're really happy. I'm actually happy right now that
Yeah,
I got
no,
to
it's
talk to
super
you, because
fun.
you're honestly, out of all the cosplayers I met, you're like the most nicest cosplayer friend I've ever like made friends with, because most cosplayers I meet just treat me like garbage. And there's this one time where I was at Tidewater Comic Con, and this one cosplayer cosplayed as Ladybug superhero, whatever her name is. And
Oh, from
there's
the Miraculous Ladybug.
yes. So I asked if I could take a picture of her, and she said yes. Or it was, well, actually, my mom grabbed the picture, or my phone, and she took a picture. So then I talked to her, I texted her saying, "Hey, I'm glad we took a picture together." And I saw they got tagged, and then out of nowhere she blocked me. I don't know, like for no reason. I'm
Oh,
like,
that's
wow,
weird.
I
No,
have to
I'm
deal with
always
that.
honored when people are like, "Oh my God, your cosplays." I'm like, "Oh my God, you're a geek like me. That's amazing."
Yeah.
Please
I mean,
come
people are gonna be like
by.
that. My mom always says, she always says, "Logan, not everyone's gonna like you," and that's true. Not everyone's gonna like me, but
Yeah,
well, people are. But thank you again. Is it Gillian, or because I always can't say that name right?
Jillian, like it has a J.
Jillian. I'm an idiot. I keep thinking Gillian. I don't know why, but
I get
Jillian.
that
Because
all the
there's
time.
no J. There's no
Yeah,
J in Jillian. There's a G. I'm sorry. I'm
usually
not making
spelled with a
fun of you.
J.
Yeah, I
It's
do like
okay.
Jillian's a good name, by the way. But
Thank
thank you
you.
so much, Jillian, for letting me interview you.
Yeah.
Um, I actually do need to talk to you right after this interview, but I'm going to end it right now. Okay.
No problem.